Going live, going live. You're live, and hello, and welcome to another day in the Milky Way. And tonight we got a great show for you. I want to welcome everybody coming into the chat room. We're going to have a great show. We're going to do more on the Explorer race here, and it was a tough time getting on tonight because my mouse is quit working, and I'm going to fiddle with this a little bit because it's a pain in the neck when you got one of these darn things and they just quit working on you. And there you go to have a good show, and it just stopped. It's got pretty lights on it though. Well, anyway, the best I can do. Why is this thing not working? I don't know if I could shut it off and turn it on. I'll mess with it later. But it makes it really hard to do everything. Maybe it's because I got too many cords here. That's the thing. Anyway, back to the show. I want to make an announcement. Let's see, we are going to make an announcement. I got a message from Teresa D'Anton. Thank you for messaging me. She says, please keep Jules' family in good wishes and prayers and intent this evening. Her nephew, Kieran, I hope I'm pronouncing Kieran, Puha, lost his newborn son sometime today during or after labor, giving birth last night. Something happened, so the family is gathering together. And let's see, they're gathering together today at Jules' mom's house. Lift them up in prayer and send them peace, love, and encouragement, please. Hey, Milky's mom, Big Al is in the house. And remember, everybody, geez, I don't have a cursor. Thing. Oh, it just broke too. Go figure. That's how things go. I am gonna say Big Al is in the house, and since he's there, I am gonna find me the cards wherever they may be, and I have them here somewhere. Don't you know when you want to find something, you can't do it? What was in this folder? How come I put stuff in and I just put why do people do the things they do? That is the why do I put have all these folders that just say new folder? That is not a good thing. Okay, it makes it so much better when I have a good cursor to move around. It seems like my brain works with the cursor and not anything else. Well, anyway, I hope you're all doing good. Max G is in the house, and Brenda, Milky Way's mom. Thank you for coming. Oh, let's see if I can find it. Pictures for the show. And here we go. Maybe there's something in there. The cards. I'm looking for the cards folder. Where did I put the cards folder? Yeah, I made all those cards, and now I don't know where they're at. Well, they're here somewhere, and I just don't see them because they're so small and my eyes don't work that well anymore. You all have that problem? Cards are ordered today, says Big Al, and I got a couple of orders in on that. Lori Elderkin, thank you for coming. Alexander Ganja the Shaman, thank you. Max G. Well, let's see, where am I looking for this? Gee, why didn't I put things in folders and name them right? I know I have cards. What did I do with them? Anyway, they're here. And my cursor ain't working. Otherwise, I could move like 50 files at one time. And now I can't move any. Why is that? Well, bang on it a little bit. That'll fix it. Go figure. It worked 5 minutes ago. And now it is just not working. And I just don't have a spare laying up here, do I? Anyway, sorry for the inconvenience, people. Cursors are a curse. Usually I have, and I pay good money for this cursor because it lights up. Now I got to do it with my finger, and my finger don't work with my brain. Names, cards, names. No, it's not under. Yeah, nope, nope. Anyway, Pacific Northwest Adventures. Hello, and thank you for coming. Tonight we are going to talk about the Explorer race. As I look for the cards, and I know they're here, I put them here somewhere. I feel like I failed you, Big Al. I think where did I shows? No, pictures of shows, but I put them there. Anyway, million cards. Oh yeah, nope, that's the wrong one. I know I didn't put them in there. I put them somewhere else, and maybe I should search that. No, not there. I got 1,000 of these cards. Al, you were so good to me to send me all of those cards, and I put them in a folder, and now, by the luck of the draw, I can't find any of them, believe it or not. Not a one. I know they're here. My brain is going, and I just can't find them. Is that not irony or what? And since I don't have a good cursor, I can't fly around on the thing and look for them. I could have 20 folders up here right now and be looking through them all. There's PDFs. I'm just wasting time now. I really am. Sorry about that, people. We should get right into talking about the Explorer race and pick up where we left off last week. I guess it has been last week. Oh, I'm still looking for this. And oh, look at this. I think I found it. There we go. And now I can do the sharing thing. Look at that. I am still on top of my game. What else would I be if I wasn't driving the bus? And there we go. This is what the cards are going to look like. I don't know if these are some of the older ones, but anyway, either way, it's good. They're going to be nice. Al did a lot of work on these, and I appreciate him very much. And I can't wait to find out what the 72 angel cards are going to look like when I have them in my hand. I know they're going to be bigger than a playing deck of cards, I think. And if I'm wrong on that, Al, please correct me. What's the size of these cards? I know they ain't this size, but you can order yours from Al. The description is in I think it's in the description below. And if it isn't, I make sure I put it in there, but I'm pretty sure I always put it in there. You can go to the Crystal Network and check it out. There's a lot of things on the Crystal Network, people. You can check all of this stuff out. Look at, and there's all the things that are on there, the Psalms. And as I'm finding out is when you get these Psalms like that, it's not so much the words, it's the tones of the sounds, right? Who wouldn't want the tones? That's what it's all about. Like the Hebrew. I wish I knew how to say it in Hebrew. You know, boy, oh boy. I think I did something there. Your default microphone has changed to microphone USB audio device will not be used. What did I do? I hope you all can hear me. Stupid computer is giving me hell tonight. I wasn't going to come on, and then I thought, I will do it. How great are your works, O Lord? Your thoughts are very deep beyond man's understanding. Yah, yay, chewy-ya. Yeah, chewy-ya. Oh, I can say that because Al put the thing in the bottom. Yee, chew, ya. Okay. And if I mispronounce it, I am the king of mispronunciations. So there you go, everyone. Could just name the folder 70. Yes, it was named Angel Cards, believe it or not. I should have just looked that up. They're going to be 4x6. That's a pretty good size. 4x6. That's a big card, Yes, can hear you. Good. Thank you. Because my thing was saying it isn't working. Oh, look at that. Is it working? No. My cursor is not working. I'm getting mad at it. What did I do? I don't know what I did with this thing. Sorry, people. It's just not my day. I'm gonna unplug something. And then I'm gonna plug something else. Ooh, we got an empty spot. I'm gonna make an empty spot here. And let's see if I fixed it. Boys and girls, we are back in business. I fixed my cursor and I can click on 50 items at a time. Oh, look at that. Yes, I'm back in business. So tonight, 79 cards total. Yes. So is there going to be instructions with that, Big Al? Let me know. Yeah, I thought they were making like a worksheet with that or something. Something like that. So the cards are ordered today, and I don't know how long will printing take on those cards. Let's see. I'm going to be the oracle of the cards. Yes. I have the angel book. Absolutely. I got the angel book here too in my vast memoir of books. I have lots of books. And nope, that's a moon book. But anyway, I have the angel book here, and I don't know what I did with it. I have a bunch of books. As you can see, I have books. Anyway, I got this new book today. This one here. It is. Gotta click this out. I keep getting advertisements on my stupid computer. Look at this book. This is a nice old book. It's Stories of Discovery. And as you can see, the pages are really old. And this is Stories of Discovery. It's by the Roberts brothers in 1883. I'd like to share that with y'all. See? Look at that. I can't get it too close or the thing will go away. So, and it just goes on about the different stories. It talks about Da Gama and the East, Magellan's and the Pacific. That should be interesting. Sir Francis Drake, the Atlantic coast, voyages in the Pacific, the Northwest Passage, the source of the Nile. We should do a show on the Nile. Wouldn't you want to learn all about the Nile? So in 4 weeks, Al will have the cards. And then west of the Mississippi and the Antarctic continent. Well, who doesn't like to talk about Antarctica? The strange and mysterious place out there. Unknown lands frozen over by thousands of years, where the government goes down and says, you can't come. And they have secret bases there. And there's a pyramid there somewhere. And if you find out there may be Germans that went down there and disappeared, could they still be down there? Are they working with the aliens? Well, you and me will probably never know. Unless. Anyway, let's see, where are we going to start? Okay, Big Al says, all you need to do is sing the psalm from each card that invokes the magic that wrote for 11 days. I cured my wife's illness in just 3. Wow. And Posey's in the house. Thank you for coming. Thank you for coming. Let's see. Anyway, last time we talked about the Aboriginal people, and we talked about how 5,000 years, 250,000 Aboriginal people, it took them 5,000 years to touch every part of the earth. So look at that. Remember that. Okay, so then we went on creating the future and recreating the past. Remember, you always learn by your mistakes from the past, and then you can shape your future by that. So we're talking about the Aboriginal people of Australia. And let me get over here and I will pull that up because I have a clicker now. Look at that, Australia. Look at it there. And we are going to go to images. There we go. And we're going to pull up the Australian continent. How big is it? Where are these Aboriginal people living? You know, kangaroos. That's what everybody knows Australia for. I hate these advertisements. Can I ever get rid of them? Let's see. Share. There we go. Aboriginal. There we go. Kangaroos. Home of kangaroos, Australia. And see. Okay, so now we know where Australia is. So these people walked, swam, and climbed and jumped all over the surface of the earth, and with their physical bodies interacted with Earth. They planted the functional aspects of legendary myth so that all those beings who came after them, including other native peoples who have developed foundational stories underground before they came to the surface. Does that mean there's a hollow Earth? Would be able to use short stories to tell about what happened and also what would happen. The function of legendary myth is not so much then to remind the child who might hear this and who he is and where he has come from, but to literally create the future. And this is why your world is in so much trauma right now, he says. Now remember, this is Zoosh talking. This was all channeled. So anyway, there's Australia on the map. And I don't know if you all been to Australia, but people live in Australia and they have nice beaches and it's warm. Oh man, wouldn't you like to live there? Okay, boys and girls, that's what it's all about. Jargo Smith, thank you for coming. Hey, haven't seen you in a while. Okay. Anyway, so Zeus is telling us that all about this. He says back in the day, remember, Zeus was a planet. He reincarnated into and helped Creator create the earth. Now he's sticking around to help us out. And he's talking about all this. This is why your world is in so much trauma right now. Some of the myths that you are creating for yourself are frightening. A casual observation of television and movies will tell you that this, yeah, who watches television? Although there are also some programs and movies that are filled with stuff of legendary myth, compliments to The Lion King, for example, that stand out in recent times. Oh, yes. If you go through Stockton, wave to my hometown. There you go. Okay. Anyway, so exercise recreating the past, the present, the future. Let's see what he has to say about this. An exercise to recreate and begin past, present, and future. It sounds like that movie, The X-Men, past, present, and future. Who watched that movie? I did. Anyway, so here is homework. I would like you readers to go out upon the land, ideally barefoot. Yes, grounding is good. Now remember, this book was wrote in 1995, and it's kind of telling the future of how things go. Okay, but ideally barefoot. During winter, it is not necessary to go barefoot when you can. Now remember, don't get frostbite on my account. Before you step foot upon the land, I want you to understand what your job is. Remember, we're the explorer race. Are you going to recreate the present, the past, or the future? Don't do them all. Pick just one. You've got to crawl before you can walk. Recreating a more beginning, present, past, or future. You have the power within you right now, especially if you use those angel cards of Big Al's. To alter the worst suffering that is going on now in other places on Earth, which there's plenty of that. Even in the stars, suffering in the stars takes a different form. It is mostly frustration with you would call stuckness, this far and no farther. On Earth, it is more dramatic, pain, suffering, and so on. Who hasn't suffered a little in their lifetime? Most everybody. Lori says, hot, hot, hot down under. Yeah, I think it is. Don't they have some mountains or something? I think it's mostly tropical and desert. Anyway, let's get on with this. I want to place myself in a full-bodied emotional state of being, calm. All you meditators out there, this is the goal of the meditation. those of you who have an ability to interact well directly with your emotions, put yourself in a state of happiness, bliss, and joy, any emotion you look forward to, and use your thoughts or imagine necessary to maintain the feeling and no others. Have you ever really done that? Just use your mind and thought of a happy place and gone there, and it just makes your day better. Spend a few minutes, breathe in and breathe out, think of your happy place. Okay, feelings without thought and better, because it is better for the mind to rest during the exercise. For 1 to 5 minutes or longer, if you have the ability, focus your energy in walking, touching, and sitting on the earth with your physical body only. Ideally, walk barefoot so you can contact the earth. If you wish to touch it with your hands, all right, but not with clothed part of your body, because the greatly reduces the effect. While you are touching the earth, maintain the emotion, even of safety or security, and project it towards the past, the present, or the future, everyone you chose. This is vital homework, and I want you to do this as soon as you can after you read this. Okay, so go out. So what he's saying is go out, picture yourself happy, in a good mood, and then focus on the past, present, or future. Pick one, and then touch the earth and spend that time touching things and walking barefoot and see if it changes your mood. Okay, this exercise basically involves coming into the feeling of safety or love. Yes, love is a powerful emotion, and or emotion of benevolence. In some relaxed places, you can do it without distraction, then moving your body around while maintaining the benevolent feeling. Then continue the feeling as you gradually open your eyes. You might have to do this in steps over a few weeks. That's all right. Better do it right the first time in the state of confusion. Learn to get up, walk around, and touch things while you maintain the feeling. Then practice bringing on the feeling and going out and interacting with your physical surroundings. Wow, that sounds like a fun exercise, and it doesn't cost you any money. Okay, let's see. Relieving the Aboriginals of their job responsible censor or creatorship. Yes, so the Aboriginals went out and did a bunch of creating. You will be seeding these benevolent feelings for the past, the present, and the future. Whenever you choose to aim it, or wherever you choose to aim it, but it cannot work unless you are in physical contact with the earth. Remember, grounding is important. It can also improve the condition of your life. Well, that's a big benefit. Take note, especially those of you who are stuck in buildings. When you go out and touch the earth, aim these feelings towards the past, the present, or the future. When you do that, you will be employing true Aboriginal abilities, and you will also be taking one of those first steps, the important first step, toward responsible creativity. Creativity does not simply mean the creation of something worthwhile. Perhaps I could call it responsible creatorship. Understand that the Aboriginal peoples are still here today because they are waiting for others to perform the same duty they performed when they came here. Their job is to stay with Earth until the people of Earth begin to take over this duty. Only will they be allowed to return home. Well, let's send those Aboriginal people home and take over their job being creators. Others will simply access portals available to them and return to their native point of existence in Sirius and continue their valuable work. Those readers who are writers engaged especially in fictional works, please begin to integrate more and more lessons, myths, and stories of value. Fear breeds on itself, and the more you create fearful stories, the more you breed criticism or cynicism. You do not overlook the creatorship. Accept your consequences of what you are doing, and perhaps more important, the mantle of responsibility. I do not expect the publishing industry, Hollywood, or so on to overnight change. I do encourage you to begin with your hands now. The ability to change the world, there's not a moment to spare, and he's right. Did you look at the news lately? Holy cow. Those who have lives that you feel are influencing others, you're not a writer, a famous actor or author, you still have the power to affect others and make change. Do the exercise if you would. Those of you who do not or don't have feet, who doesn't have feet? Okay, yeah, I'm sure there's some people who don't have feet. Those of you who don't have feet can use them, or who are in wheelchairs, roll outside, touch the ground with your hand or any part of your body that is not clothed. If for some reason you cannot even do this, there are some who cannot, and generate those emotions and values so others can use them to amplify their own. Let them do the work. Let everybody participate. And it goes on. Let's see. So he says, it brought you up to this point. It does change the moon. Yeah. You know what's coming up? October. And we are going to have spooky October on the Milky Way Soul Tribe. Because you know what's going to happen in October? October means spirits, means angel cards, means all kinds of good stuff. You name it. We're going to tell spooky stories. And who doesn't like a good spooky story? We're going to talk about other things. We're going to talk about demons and Satan and all that kind of good stuff. We're going to do all of those things here because that it's Halloween, you know, spirit time. Maybe we'll even get out the board. I think I got my board here somewhere. I had it out. Oh, I did have it out. Yeah, I think it's, and I got cards, and we're going to pull a card too, the Moonology card. You know, we're going to do card readings, and we're going to do all that good stuff come October. So bear with me. We're going to have a great October. And if you want to come on and join me, you just yell, because we'll be open to card readings all month long, every day of the week that we can possibly do it. We're going to have a lot of fun at it. Remember, Halloween isn't just on the 31st, all October long. Okay, let's get back into this and see where Zoosh is taking us. It's talking about holding energies in continental shift. And you know the continents are shifting. The poles are shifting, actually. Okay, so their current work, holding energies in the continental shift. The Aboriginal people have much of their skills that have been written down about basically shamanic abilities, which many cultures also have. We take that as a given. You might ask, why or what are they doing here? Are they simply waiting for other people to perform the activities so they can go home? Yeah, I'm sure they are. Their great ancestors probably, you might ask, topple over or into what? Earth is not standing on anything. Earth is a free-floating spherical object. Spherical. See, Earth is round. Object that maintains its integrity by motion. This is true, yet one must understand that the magnetic energies of Earth are somewhat out of balance. Many of you know that in the past, Earth had other axes, you know, the axis, how it goes. But there are new ones to come. This was written in 1995, and now they're talking pole shift every single day. Did you know that the pole is migrating 5 miles a day? Lori was born in October, best month ever, right? Okay, I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to type in the pole shift. Yeah, how is the pole? I should do this without looking. Shifting. And button. See, my cursor's working at least. You know, you just got to Google it. Because I'm bringing you the fastest, brightest, most up-to-date news ever. I want to find it. Okay. And here we go. Want to find out about the pole shift? Just ask Zoosh. He told us in 1995. And here we go. Look at that. And this is where the pole is supposed to be. Here's the axis. 10 years of acceleration, 50 years of acceleration, and it's heading towards Russia. Let's see. Well, it's kind of small. Wish I could make this bigger. There we go. Look at that. Yeah. Look at how far it's moved. The pole is rapidly shifting position and moving towards Russia. Look at that. Yes. Look at this. This is I'm going to try and make it bigger for y'all. Okay. I made it so big that I can't make it. Oh yeah, maybe. So one more. Okay, one more. Can we move it over? Nope. I made it too big, people. There we go. Look at where it is. Started out here in 1904. This is 1948, 1973, 84, 94, 2001, 2007, and it's off the map. Why is the pole moving so fast? This is not a good thing. Here's Antarctica. And of course, if the North Pole moves, then the South Pole has to move too. And this is where it is now. And there's Canada. It started out here and now it's way over here. Now, what will happen? I don't know. I don't know. Here's a better one. Look at that. 1840 and 2019. It's moving like a freight train, people. Wow. So in 1880, this is the North Pole. This is 2019. It's moved a lot. A lot. Okay. Back to where we will start it off. There is Isby. Me and Isby are going to do a show sooner or later here. As you know, Isby has he has cancer now, he says, and brain cancer, which isn't a good thing. But one of these days he's going to come on and he's going to talk all about it and let us know how he's doing and what can be done about it and how it affects his life. Okay, what about the ice shield? I don't know about the ice shield. Never heard about that. Last October, falling on the ground time I was on. Yeah, well, think about it. If the pole is moving towards Russia, that means that where we live here in the US will be more on the equator. So we're going south. We're going south. It's going to the other side. Don't worry. Russia will never win the war because they'll be the North Pole. They'll be all frozen people. Okay, let's go back to what Zoosh says. The next North Pole will move. It's beginning now to north by northeast to Siberia. You can figure where the South Pole would be. It will take place over 1,000 years or so, giving plenty of warning to people who live there. The area of Siberia will gradually break up. The land will be created at the new South Pole. This isn't going to happen overnight, so you don't have to worry about it over a period of 10,000, 250,000 years, or maybe sooner. A significant amount of continental shift will take place. The Australian Aborigines are holding this energy. That is why I'm talking about it, although it might seem to be off the subject. The continental shift will take certain forms. What you know as Europe will move very close to Africa, and the seas will become much smaller. There will be more lakes and rivers in what you know as Africa. You know, that's true. They say Africa is going green, not like green energy, but they're getting more water. That means 6,000 years ago, the Sahara Desert wasn't a desert at all. And since we're doing that, let's just prove it. Because guess what we can do? We can ask Google, and Google will tell us everything. Let's see. Africa. Oops, if I could spell. 6,000 years ago. There we go. It just comes right up because they know what I'm talking about. You know how that goes. So let's see if he was right. What did Africa look like 6,000 years ago? And let's see, here we go. And we're going to share with you. Was Zoosh right? And there he is. He's right. Look at that. 6,000 years ago, there was a green Sahara. The Sahara Desert was green. Look at that. And it was green and luscious. When the Sahara was green, look at that. 14,000 years ago, 7,000 years ago, and present day. Something happened in the middle there that changed everything. So it went from dry desert to green to dry desert. Now, question is, will it go back to green? Good question. Because archaeologists have found 6,000-year-old Shivala in a cave, Shivala in a cave named Swawa in South Africa, and is made of a hard granite stone. The archaeologists are amazed that how the Shivala survived in this condition. There for so long. Interesting. The discovery of the Shivala in South Africa is the proof that 6,000 years ago people used to worship him. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, fact check. Interesting. Anyway, doesn't matter. Africa was green. We do know that. Look at that. Early human migration. It's all over the place. See, there's Australia, and they were going one way or the other. So go figure. I hope you all enjoyed that. We are stationary with the firmament rotating around us. That's the only way the stars would appear the same way every single day. We have been programmed and bamboozled since kindergarten. Well, that is true. We have been bamboozled. You know, a lot of those flat earth things kind of do work. Makes me question it. Are we stationary? I don't know. The thing is if you're looking at all the planets and they're all round, and you're looking up there and you're saying, ooh, Mars is round and Jupiter's round, then why wouldn't we be round? You know, it's just a law of, you know, like begets like. You know, just like, you know, a dog has a dog. Dogs don't make horses. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, back to the thing. The continental shift will take several forms. What you know is Europe will become closer to Africa. We did that. Australia will move north about 400 nautical miles, but not before it's joined by New Zealand, making New Zealand look rather like a comma hanging underneath it. South America will blend somewhat and move up at an angle, gathering Cuba on its way and easing towards Florida, where it will make contact and fully enclose the Gulf. In a short, northeastern Brazil will collect Cuba on its way to contact Florida. The Hawaiian Islands will by the time be growing like crazy, becoming about the size of Victoria Island off the coast of Canada, but not because of volcanoes. There may these and many other changes, including the connection of Greenland to Iceland, will happen as a result of the reorientation of the poles. These things will happen more easily and benevolently to life because of the Aboriginal people's ability to support and sustain energies that affect all people. In time, they will return to the point of origin, or at least their point of recent residence, point of origin, or perhaps someplace else. They will continue their work monitoring and supporting, otherwise nurturing the species of beings. I speak to the Aboriginal. This is Zoosh. He says, I speak to the Aboriginal people now. The work that you do for the world at large does not need to be anything other than mystical. Maintain your lives the best you can. Try to entertain yourself more with your own stories and less with the stories of modern mankind, because these modern stories distract you from your primary function. Feel free to make up new stories. Be the creation, myth, or pure entertainment that supports and sustains all life. Your work does not go unnoticed, and you will be rewarded accordingly. Never forget. That's right. Okay. There a war within me. Yes. Okay, let's see what else is good on here. Okay, it talks more about the exercise. The rock is a natural. Find a rock to sit on. It's a natural place. Feelings as fertilizer and creation tool. Let's skip over that. We're going to have soul commitment. We are going to skip that part. Talks about the origin. Let's find out about dinosaurs. We're just two lost souls living in a fishbowl after year after year. Pink Floyd. All right. Okay. Do experiment. You can do the same. Experiment with a curved glass lampshade. Put the points of dots and rotate over the base. If we were spiraling about the solar system, no way would the points of light show up perfect. I will have to try that. You're looking at a planet from a 2D perspective. That is true. Until seeing that makes you wonder, did they actually go to the moon? Okay. Okay, dinosaurs, the origins of dinosaurs. Who doesn't want to know about dinosaurs? Let's dig up dinosaurs here. Okay. We are just going through things tonight, and I hope you're all enjoying this. I just love coming on and looking up. Oh, okay, let's see. Dinosaurs millions of years ago. Of course. Of course. So you're just going to have to bear with me. Okay. Share screen. I'm looking at what you're looking at. Okay, dinosaurs. What does Zoosh have to say about the dinosaurs? Lots of dinosaurs, that's for sure. Some of it might have happened in transit. Some of them might have happened in Sirius. I said before that the dinosaurs are basically from Sirius. The great big ones with the long tails and the long necks that eat leaves, flesh-eating dinosaurs, and are an aberration of associated with Sirius. The dating systems are accurate insofar as they can date things, but they do not take dimensions into account. A machine does not easily do this unless it has been programmed by a person. And since you don't have the program available, then people will just have to add their inspired beliefs to this carbon dating system. Okay, question. A number of years ago, I remember seeing on some TV taken in Australia that they said that it was hot there and the crystal miners had to live underground. It showed some of their living quarters, and I couldn't help but wonder if any of them took over some of the tunnels or underground spaces that have been used by the Aboriginal people, or did they dig their own? Good question. I don't know anything about miners. Ooh, the IFS International is a fake station. I heard that too. It's all on camera. I know, I watched the thing and the blue screen behind them and then the little wires coming down. Okay, so it answered the question. The miners didn't go deep enough, so they didn't happen to come upon one of those tunnels. But there have been other circumstances in which people were digging for this and that they found the tunnels. This is why the insiders in your government know about these tunnels. That is a good question. Question number 2. What is the future of the Aboriginals after they complete their service? what will their life be like after they leave this planet? They will return to a point of creation, initially within the Sirius galaxy. There they will meet with God's daughter and her companions. They will pass back and forth feelings and inspirations of the future of the species of human being. After a time, they will return to be with the Creator, then go up with Creator to the next stopping point in her voyage. After you have replaced him, Question number 2. What about God's daughter? Will she stay? She will go. We hope that other God's daughters will be around then. Too close, I simply say this. We understand now that the Aboriginal people are very important for what they have done. So there. Now you've learned all about the Aboriginal people. Okay, and from there, we're going to move on to the return of the lost tribe of Israel. And everybody wants to know where they went. Remember, there was 12 tribes, and the 13th one went somewhere. The pace towards your future is rapidly increasing. You have been, for some time now, consumed with your personal experiences, and rightly so, because they are designed to encourage your growth, to test you at times and bring forth potentials that even you do not know you have. Yet now we find that as you move speedily down your path toward becoming fully realized, you will experience a debt of gratitude to your past. Well, who doesn't? I am me because I had a past, and everything in my past I wouldn't trade because that made me who I am. You find it hard to believe that you would be very grateful for your total past, some of you especially, because of the struggles that you have gone through. We're getting my dog. Come here. She wants to say hi. Come here. Come on, you got to come up here. Yeah. You can come up. Come on up. Come on up. Oh, okay. Come on. Come on up. She's jealous that I'm talking and doing the show, and she's got to be up here and in my way. Okay, let's see. Look, oh, she loves me so much, don't you? Yeah, you could just have a show too. We'll just have a show with the dog, and then she can have all the attention. Look at that. Oh, a show just for you. Yeah, how would you like that? Okay, back to the thing. You might find it hard to believe that you would be very grateful for your total past, and some of you especially because of the struggles you have gone through, the unexpected moments of travail, and even a wonderful feelings of victory after some particularly difficult problem was solved. And who hasn't done that and felt relief? Have a difficult problem. I know Isby's got a big problem right now, and when you solve that problem, Isby, you will be rejoicing big time. As you begin to experience your future, now it unfolds. In order to fully believe in your own abilities, you will need to have the courage. Yes, you got to have courage of your convictions, as well as certain rhythm or harmony in your felt reality. For many years, society has abandoned its true feelings and pursued the myth, the dream, and what you abandon your feelings to pursue, the myth or the dream. You are invariably going to run smack into walls one after another. Your feelings are designed to guide you, to show you, to command you from time to time. Now you are getting back on track with your feelings, and this is good. I want you to understand that you have help in place for this. And that is true. That is true. As the future unfolds, we got to have courage. I mean, there's a lot of things going on, and you got to do things with consistency. You can't be all confused and in chaos all over the place, because that never gets you anywhere. If you live in fear, that is chaos, and then you're easily manipulated. These are true words. Okay, for many years, society has abandoned its true feelings. Yes, we have abandoned our true feelings because we're fed a bunch of stuff from TV, radio, crazy music. Who likes that rap stuff? I don't. Oh my God, it makes me crazy. Like, hey, just put in the comments. What is your favorite song? What is your favorite music genre? Country, rock, pop, classical music, or some oldies, 50s, 60s. What is it that you like to listen to? What kind of people are you? Okay. And then it says your feelings are designed to guide you. Now, if you live your life by your gut feelings, sometimes that goes better. Are you getting off? Hey, are you getting off? Or are you staying on? You staying on or getting off? You getting off? Okay. I'm paying attention to you. If you go by your feelings, see, like this dog, you make good decisions. It takes you in a way that you might have not went before because you made that decision using your gut and not your brain. I noticed when I made choices logically, sometimes they weren't the best choices. But when I made them with my heart, those were the best choices. Even if they failed, I still was happy with that choice. Okay. It's okay. Big Al says, if you shoot a laser beam 40 miles away to a lighthouse, the lighthouse would have to be 1,000 feet tall with Earth's curvature. Yet the lighthouse is only on an average of 50 feet tall. Water is flat. Well, that is possibly true. Yes, I agree. Maybe the world is really bigger than we thought, though, too. And yes, again, we are programmed since kindergarten. But at the world today, yes. You know what? I wish I just had a spaceship. I got, go up and really look at it. Then I could prove you right or wrong. But since nobody has ever done that, okay, let's get on with this. We only got a few minutes left, and we're gonna finish this little bit up. Once upon a time, that sounds so good. Once upon a time, there was a group of human beings made up of all core races on this planet. Even many beings who were their own time were not recognized, but from whom you see all the time now. For example, the Mexican people are basically the native peoples of that country with the Spanish influence. Ruling are certain French influences and others you take for granted. I use the Mexican people because who are well and thoroughly integrated into the public. As an example, because almost everybody has a Mexican friend these days. Yeah, there's a lot of them out there. And they're coming across the border. It's wide open. Just ask Kamala Harris. She'll tell you, it's closed. Nobody's coming. Several thousand years ago, before the Mexican people were known, if you saw someone who was of the nationality, you might have cocked your head to one side and said, I recognize some of your features, but not others. Where is your land? Who are your people? I mention this because in the time gone by, a tribe, we'll call it, of individuals wander off from a larger group, and when exploring, wandering into northern Africa. Some of their people settled in Central Africa, and some, deciding that their philosophy did not fit, wandered farther towards the tip of Africa. Over about a generation and a half, they walked back north until they were near what is now known as the Giza Pyramid. By near, I mean about 50 miles away, close enough that their most spiritual seers could observe the blue light that radiated in those days off the tip toward the heavens and was directed by the particular night towards the Pleiades. About 5,000 years ago, this particular tribe of people had evolved into about 650 hardy souls, all different appearances. Some were unknown in those days, and some were of what you call the white race. It is the nicest possible way. It was motley group. So here they were, an Earth family before their time. Their main focus was to try to understand the benefits of variety, as obvious as their appearances, and to integrate in the best of all possible worlds they might come to. That's why they wandered about nomadically for a time, because they started out in the Middle East. And their natural direction to wander was southward into Africa and then back to north again. The night I'm describing, what warm and pleasant, the kind of night when you could sleep under the stars and be comfortable. The seer observed the blue light and noticed that it pointed towards the 7 sisters. He felt kind and tingly and said to the tribal council who were nearby, "This is something important and it has to do with us." So the council and about half the people formed a semicircle and started the blue light going into the sky. The seer probably realized that it was coming off the pyramid, but might not have mentioned that. The watcher of the light for the time, pretty soon the ship appeared, hovering in the light. Because they were 50 miles away, it had to be a pretty big ship. They're talking about spaceship. They could see the blue, and the ship itself was radiating blue. It hovered in the light for a time and then moved slowly towards them, emanating the blue light that gave them all a very wonderful tingly feeling. As it got closer, the seer and some members of the tribal council, could hear words forming in their heads, in their own language, of course. Would you like to come with us now? Have you gathered enough information? Would you like to come home? Ooh, and we're going to leave you with that cliffhanger right there. Well, anyway, we're learning a lot tonight. The races of people are not just, they just don't sit home. There's explorers, there's travelers. They want to go out and seek new worlds. And now that we've been pretty much every place, there's not that much world to seek. So now it's time to go to space. If you can go to space. Big Al, what do you have to say on that? Are you ready to go to space? Is there a space? Can we get to space? That's the question of the day. I don't know. I don't think we can leave this planet in these physical bodies, because these bodies, they get affected by things like radiation. They need food and they need exercise. They're in constant repair of everything. If you sit around too much, you fall apart. If you move around too much, you break down. If you don't eat right, you fall apart. You get a little bit too much of this or that. These bodies are kind of weak. The only reason they do any good is because they're on this planet and we're at the right spot, the right time. It's warm out. We're not like animals. If my dog's outside and it's cold out, they don't cry and say, "I need a coat." They just deal with it. But if I'm outside and it gets cold out, I need a coat and I cry and whine. It's actually water isn't flat because of the strength of the natural hydrogen bond. That is true. Did you ever fill up a glass and on top the water curves? Think about that one. Yes. Or a drop of water. When you drop a drop of water, that water isn't flat. It's round like a teardrop. And it's like a balloon with a tip on it. Let's see. Well, anyway, Big Al, we could talk about the flat earth a lot. That could be a whole show. Water settles. Yes, water settles, but it does create this invisible barrier that makes it could be round. And water does stick to things too. You ever spray something down and there's water that's like on things, it just doesn't run off. You put some water on your finger or your hand and it'll stay there. It doesn't, it kind of bonds to you. Okay, my dad was in the Navy on the USS Missouri during the World War II. The crows nest on the top of the ship with high-powered lens could see well past 20 nautical miles. Wow, 20 nautical miles. I believe that. Okay, and as it turns 10 o'clock, I want to bid you adieu and thank you for joining me tonight. We'll pick up this where we left off some other night, maybe tomorrow. Okay, thank you, everybody. Be well, and remember, go out, do something nice for somebody, make somebody smile, and remember, be the frequency you want to receive. I love you all, everybody. Peace, everybody.